the Inferno, if I'm remembering correctly. But it was the likes of, Galito and Synopsy kind of, I think, some of the older guard. Synopsy especially, I would imagine, is a little disheartened with what's been going on. And the games that they have won as a squad here, pretty much predicated off the back of my guy GXX popping the hell off, right? So you really rely on the individual here to take over the game. Certainly possible, but you're starting on the T side. Weaker side of Ancient, of course. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work for Blink to be done. We see some utility, though. So maybe that's good signs.
Maybe, mate, maybe. But just as quick as you could say that, right? We know the capability, the skill ceiling that the Flames have in general. I think you've really got to stay on your toes if you are Blink. And, well, for now, I mean, it's not going to be too terrible, Galito, dropping some util. I think this is just for the early cave control. Copenhagen Flames, early doors, taking that stack towards the B site. So, not all bad. Blink, quite calculated, is what I like to see. I expected a very quick pistol from them to just try and catch the Flames by surprise. But by the looks of things, they're trying to make them think about it. Hold on to those thoughts and see how things are going. Xiphon here to defend. There is the execute out towards the A site, though. By the looks of things, bombs made its way around. That's going to be a big smoke in. And now, I guess, the flashbang to try and do it all. The entry out towards A.
Well, we'll see what they can find. At the back of the site is indeed Xiphon ready and waiting. A lot of noise being made. The Cube players trying to push their way in. And they will indeed manage to take out Xiphon. Hooksy has found Synopsy, I think, just before the smoke goes down. Either way, the bomb's been planted into the 4-on-4. Hooksy's got this kit available. Flash for the retake as well. Carnage is probably on the way in just a second here. Nice frag from Nico Odoz. Yabi comes in as well. And, a knife kill in there for good measure to just solidify things, I suppose. Well, relatively clean. Very easy indeed. And they managed to get themselves that pistol on the board.
I want to know what pennies Roy's been earning here. Look at his skins, man, Usually quite unprofessional of us to mention the pixels on the streams, Scriv, but I've got to admire when I see one. Like, what is this? Copenhagen Flames have been pulling out all the stops to pimp these boys out. But as you said, right, I think the underlying tone is, of course, talking about the cool knives and whatnot. The fact that he can even get away with a knife, $1,500 into the next round just because why not? You're heading into this round with an M4A1S, but, well, an MP9 quickly stripped from you. Callie's gone aggressive. He's caught off Hooksy, and a second frag out towards A as well. That's the pistol I expected from Blink, but the follow-up, I mean, sure, it'll do. 5-on-3, Copenhagen Flames, probably a bit stunned that that's just happened to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the ways that Blink are going to look to pick up a lot of rounds on the T side, right? Brute force. We do see some nice utility coming down, but they will want to push their way in, use these individuals that they have. And like I said, these newer guys, they weren't looking too bad last time. See what happens on the retake. Apparently not very much. Yabi's going to be the only one left, as his two teammates there in the 5-on-3 getting clapped out. Looking for some damage, maybe a way out as well. Doesn't have a kit available, and of course, the angle from Synopsy is easy enough. So, yeah, really good response from Blink. Keep it simple. I think that's what your force buy should be. You have to recognize kind of what you're going for, relying on the weaponry, relying on the individuals rather than some sick reads. And, yeah, it pays off very, very well. A really clean round.
I think as well something to note is how well Blink responded to the pistol, right? Did turn a bit sour, a bit distasteful for them, and they've just rattled Copenhagen Flames completely. I mean, we talk about the confidence of a knife in the previous round, and whatever the shenanigans had happened in this one, though, there absolutely nothing have been had. It's straight in, Blink with the SMGs, running Copenhagen Flames down. No safe weapons mean they're on the force by pistols for this one, and already space being created. Callie's found the opener. If I'm honest with you, Blink already showing signs of a better performance than I think I originally would have anticipated.
Yeah, I think this is something that we've seen very, very early, right? But Copenhagen Flames are going to have to learn fast. You still got to respect them. They had a rough time last week. They have just been spamming the games out, though. If you look at their HLTV record, sure, not to a massive amount of success, but they're still getting comfortable with each other, and I think that's kind of what they're after. Trying to get the reps in, trying to get comfortable and used to the way that they like to play the game. In towards B we're going, though, on the Blink side of things. Galito going to open up. Nice find from Roy, and too high by himself. An M4 tossed across. We've also got the flank coming in. The flash ineffective. And some of the cracks. Some of the very thick cracks maybe starting to show. GXX with a nice flank here through the smoke. Will manage to take out Nico O'Donnell. Still got that M4 in action, 1 HP, and it is also the flank coming in from Xiphon here. Are they going to be ready for this? I think just about, maybe, but the timing is in his favor. He's able to find one, surely locked away, but they are relatively low HP. GXX not going to miss it, though. That second round coming in for Blink. Little sweaty for just a sec.
Yeah, I think a lot more damage being done in that force buy for Copenhagen Flames. The Blink would have anticipated a really nice set of frags. For him to pick up the M4 and find a second off the back of that Scriv, it did get seriously worrying for just a second there. But cool as a cucumber, maybe. Blink will move forward, and of course, for the first time this game, take the lead. Copenhagen Flames on an eco as well, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the number 3 next to their name at the end of this one. But on a more serious level, on sort of the greater tone, is at the end of this round, Flames are on an investment. And on that CT side, the sacrifice is going to be utility or weaponry. And well, all 5 players, excuse me, can go for the M4 half armor. It's what the utility is with it, right? The smokes, the flashes, the nades, the mollies. Is there anything to hinder, to stop Blink from doing what they've done in the previous few rounds? And that's just running right at Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, like I say, man, keep it simple. You know, I think it applies to the context of the rounds that we're in. It applies to Ancient as a map. It applies to Blink as a team. So I think that's ultimately what they've got to do. Stop overthinking. Here's a few set rounds, a few set moments. Maybe Copenhagen Flames are able to get a read on those eventually, but at the moment you have the advantage in your favor that they've got no money. So they're out with the rifles, but ooh, not much else. A dangerous spam from Roy, but he doesn't stick to it. Galito trying to catch him. Maybe that was the whole idea. Either way, the entry comes in. Synopsy, meanwhile, speaking of entries, he's going to rip the A-bomb site open all by himself. Catches 2. 1 off guard. Gets the A-bomb site pretty much clear. Bomb on the way. And, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking very good.
And Danish Deco looking to make his way towards Temple. Roy going to pick up 1. Synopsy on a tear, though. He's up to 3 in the round. Dropping down. Yabby might just be his 4th. He's eyeing up the ace. The man is on a tear. And for Synopsy, he's 1 kill away from making a spectacular entrance to this relegation game for Season 40. Roy, Emperor 1S, probably going to be looking to save this one. We know he does do quite well with the rifle. But I do think that this is way out of his power to handle. And, well, by the looks of things, Blink are going on a bit of a hunt. But Roy slipping past the net. And, well, it should be a 4th. But what a 4K by Synopsy, by the way. All headshots, guys on a tear. And we said maybe the individual antics required from Blink to pick up this series. And, I mean, if that is anything to read into, that is a big, big sort of eye-opener, especially for me, that Copenhagen Flames can maybe find themselves in a bit of a pickle in their map pick. And, well, there you go. Before the bomb even explodes, it's GXX to pick up the kill. So Blink up to 4 by means of elimination.
Looking rough, isn't it? Looking rough. Copenhagen Flames in a very bad spot. You know, we talk about the economic reset of that second round force buy all the time. You know how it goes if you watch Counter-Strike a lot. But, yeah, it demolishes your economy kind of for the foreseeable. You know, we've debated about this a little bit, right? Where that sort of instinctive force buy that you go for after losing the round on the Copenhagen Flames side of things in that round number 3. Maybe don't do that, because your money is just in the bin. We see it as soon as they get rifles out in the previous. Sure, it's not a very heavy utility map, but it's nice to have. So, yeah, really, really, really feeling the pain, as is Kaylee. Nice shot coming in from Yabby. We've got the B push, though, on lock. Too high with the double on the opener. Looking for a little bit more, and he's going to get it. Easy stuff. I'm not quite sure why we're, you know, jumping in the way there, GXX, but they're just having fun, right? Blink moving up to 5 on the T side. This is a really good scoreline so far.
Yeah, for me, Scrib, this is... I mean, worrying, I feel like, it's a bit too early to say that I'm worried for Copenhagen Flames, because we know just as much as these guys might suck on the CT side, these guys could really overpower on the T side. They are that kind of team, so I do want to sort of take it with a pinch of salt and go, do you know what? They're 5-1 down. Can we see anything happen? Individual antics, though, might just be the answer. GXX, just not a care in the world, running right at Yabby. And that's a freebie opener, 5-on-4. The AWP going aggressive to find the entry. I mean, the AWP in here trying to return and retaliate. Callie will find his way on the site, and Hooksy will take a bit of damage himself. The second shot, yes, connecting with the AWP, and all of a sudden, it's all too unlikely here for the Flames GXX to pull the trigger, and maybe look elsewhere. But at the end of it all, 3-on-3, low HP on a couple of these Copenhagen Flames players, not to mention how potent this AWP's been so far in this round. Like, another serious cause for concern here for the Flames.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see. I feel for me this has got to be a conversion. Otherwise, Blink will start to take real control of this first half. Watch on your minimap. Here's the fight as the auto director gets across there eventually, right? Zyphon winning the fight. Really important that he does so. Remains healthy as well. The A-bomb site is dropped, but we've got flanking from Roy. Yes, he's low, but there's pressure there. Quick presence from Hooksy. It's not looking too bad here, to be fair. I think Too High's going to have to do an awful lot of work. The catch onto Zyphon. Good stuff. Looking solid. GXX, meanwhile, is about to be flanked out. So, yeah, Too High really... No way he's going to knife him. No way he's going to knife him again. Are you kidding? In a round like this, it's so important to get the kills, man. Oh, goodness. Gives his position away. His teammate left alone. And Too High, yeah, he just takes him down because they're both low HP. I don't know. It's a little... I guess you go for the knife because it's there. But for me, maybe, you know, get the kill, get in position. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it, right? But that... is unfortunate in the end anyway. Too High really, again, living up to the kind of weight that I'd put behind him at the start of the series.
Yeah, a big clutch from him. There's no denying. But as you said, right, I think that's a real zinger for me. The fact that you go for a knife there in a 2-on-2, 1-on-1 kind of scenario. It's like, I get it. You're on an eco next, and this creates a chance for you to buy the AWP and drop it across for Roy. So, I mean, as much as, you know, we can sit here and scream, I do kind of understand that the financial situation for the Flames, they know taking a double eco here, the AWP's going to have to sacrifice some utility. And so, I guess, going part and parcel with that, a $1,500 bonus is something they're more than happy to take. In this round, though, there shall be no stirring of the pot, and there shall be no antics that may cost rounds, because I think for now the Flames realise this one's all but done. I guess it's just sheep to the slaughter at this point. Synopsy going to be flanking in. Nice shot from Nikodos, so that is an AK given across, but still a 4-on-4. Don't let the numbers mean too much right now. Roy doing a bit of damage. The CZ tapping away. Zyphon doing some as well. And hold on a second here. Good flank denied, and well, the AK, oh no, the Flames, they found another 2 kills, and have only lost Hooksy in the process. That's bomb in the open as well, Scriv. And I said there could be no dodgy antics, but I think the Flames just about showing what's up and miss smoke, but it doesn't matter. Yavi to get the information anyway, and now they just hold on to the bomb for the final 30 seconds.
Well, you know, sometimes you're going to get a little lucky, and we still, as we're talking about, have these issues on the Blink side of things. We'll see. Not quite out of this round just yet, but maybe they are. They feel they do not have a chance. They're going to get out of there, save the weaponry that they have. Maybe try and get a few exits as well. GXX, KDA player at the moment, 12-2. I mean, it's fair. But no, they are indeed dipping out. They are indeed dipping out, so totally fair, dude.
Yeah, gotta bump those stats up a little bit, you know. Check the HLTV after the map. Guys, you know I got like a 1.4 rating for that map. Yeah, you saved so much, mate. But it's alright, we'll allow it. 6-2 on the T side, Scriv. And yes, I mean, Copenhagen Flames to steal this round away shouldn't exactly be how I enter the tone of this round. But as much as that silly mistake was made and you walk into the gamble stack a bit, like, that serious cause for concern is the best the Flames can do at this point is 9-6. And on Ancient, CT side, I expect a lot more of a one-sided affair. And so far, Blink are showing that one-sided affair, but for themselves. And that's a big worry for me, because as we go later into the half, if Blink are to pick up another 1 or 2 rounds, if they're to win the half on the T side of Ancient, the Flames have got to be, you know, really wondering what's going on. Admittedly, their pick, but I did not expect for them to come out swinging to the level that they have been so far.
Nice flash, though. Seeing the Flames pick up some aggression, start dictating the pace themselves. So an easy opener will leave Blink a man down, of course. We'll see what they can find. Looking for a little bit of mid-pressure. Roy, that is a hell of a shot. Nico Odoz as well, standing strong in from Sniper's Nest. Ineffective flash, but it's information traded back, right? And you've got such a strong man advantage, and maybe, indeed, it was all a bait for Zyphon to pull off the perfect flank. Copenhagen Flames capitalizing pretty well off of that force buy win, then getting another, finding some consistency and starting to close the gap now. It pretty much, for me, is in a position where they can maybe drop one more round, but I think they've got to hit the 9-6 to feel confident.
Yeah. Of course, scoreline when you're heading into round 10 isn't exactly at the forefront of your mind, but as you said, right,
True.
I think we're expecting big numbers from Copenhagen Flames, and they're going to have to pull off basically an impenetrable CT side from here on out. And that's a good start. Hooksy, he'll find the opener. Yabby spotting the head of Synopsy as he slips into the pocket, and so for that, he'll keep him in his pocket. It's a quick M4 headshot to deliver a 5-on-3. Too high, sub 40 HP as well, so another round in which blinks by looks worse than most, as it has just sort of disintegrated into the nothingness once more. Wondering if they can do any damage to that CT side, because yes, they've won, you know, the previous 2 rounds in a row, but money's sake, Copenhagen Flames aren't in a perfect position, so if Blink can pull off a couple of kills as they head into this eco in the next round, like, that's big damage to the CT side that takes a fair few rounds to recover from.
Well, we'll see here. Recovery or not. Pretty heavily towards B here for the entire server. And again, Xiphon finding holes in the default has got a pretty quick flank to work with.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, this is what? 3 or 4 rounds, I think he's had good ones. Some more effective than others. Speaking of effective, GXX. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Massive 3K. Unfortunately, the boys cannot help him out. That is most unfortunate. He's going to have to go for the ace here. I did talk about him being a bit of a win con, to be honest. You know, the absolute pop-off. And so far, we are getting it. I'm sure there are many teams at the moment, disarray, roster, all that, have got their eyes on this guy. Bit of a fake out. Does manage to find the 4th, but no time. That's the round. Xiphon's just got to live. Oh my goodness. Massive round, but just no support.
I don't believe how he's just gotten away with robbery.
That is ridiculous
shot,
enough in and of itself. And then he gets this.
God.
Oh, man.
And the fact that he even follows it up with a 3rd, like, great molly to flush him out. And if Too High won that engagement onto Hooksy, right, that's a 2-on-1 situation. The bomb, yes, it's dropped, but you have the numbers game. That round is winnable, and, I mean, it isn't GXX's fault, admittedly. There's 3 other players that should be finding a kill, but for heaven's sake, if they found 1 kill between the other 3, Scriv, that was Blink's rounds to win. That was absolutely their round. And it just so happens that the antics of the AWPer can't quite pull through. Does get it into this round, though, and a force buy around it. I talked about the big damage, and, I mean, yes, Copenhagen Flames had a bit of a leg to stand on financially behind them, but in this round, you know, to take it for face value, 3 players die here, your money is gone. Absolutely gone. And not to mention Blink themselves as well. Yes, their money isn't looking good, but the loss bonus more forgiving. The economy in general a little more, you know, negligible in that sense. Xiphon having none of it, though, going to find 2. Looking for a 3rd, of course, Xiphon. He's just too good with the spray control. Looking for more as he finds the headshot. GXX walks right into it. 1 man left. Finally, he falls, but there's still 3 hungry Danes. And they shall collect. What a 4K from the main man himself. Big Xiphon showing up. Not exactly top of the scoreboard, but a hefty round and a good amount of damage done by himself, keeping that economy under control.
Young gun, of course, coming from Astralis Talent all those months ago. You know, I kind of had my reservations because I don't know that Astralis Talent team were necessarily that great. He was one of the better members, right? And coming into Copenhagen Flames, I think it took some time. He looked okay. He dropped off. You know, he's been very inconsistent for me, but having a relatively good game here so far. And as we talked about, those flanks, even if they're not successful, the pressure of them. And now he's kind of conditioned his opponents as well to get ready for that. I think he's really going to be a bit of a problem for the rest of this first half. Easy anti-eco frags here. Nice find from GXX, but ultimately a very clean round once again from the Copenhagen Flames. Evening that scoreline up pretty quickly. If I were Blink, maybe take a bit of a pause. Try and get as many T rounds as you possibly can. I don't think the Copenhagen Flames are going to be pushovers in this second half. They will have a lot more in the back pocket than I think Blink do at the moment.
I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. As quick as I was able to make the judge that Blink was stomping Copenhagen Flames on map 1. They are just as quick responding, but that is one hell of a way to start the round. There's 4 kills in half a second. Hooksy's found a 2k. The Orps found space out towards ramp. Hooksy not yet done though, waiting to claim another soul, and of course the Grim Reaper finds one more, and he's looking for more. It's multi-kills left, right and centre for the Flames especially. Zyphon in the last, Hooksy in this one. And he's not willing to stop just yet, dropping all the util in the world, trying to catch him off with the defragmentation. But Nikodos to go aggressive, he'll pick one up with the AWP, and it will be a 7th on the board, surely for the Flames, unless Too High can pull off this clutch.
Yeah, we'll see, maybe a chance
Oh,
indeed.
no!
Nice peek. Super clean. That's a rough one. That is a rough one, to be honest. I think you're in that off angle, you've got to be able to find the kill there. But
there's no way.
Doesn't go that way. Too high. He's brought it down to the 1v1. And he knows Zyphon's probably on the backside of this particular attack. Zyphon spots the bomb. Just chill. All good. Is he flanking me out? Ooh, shallow spots it.
No.
Too high. With the flick across again. What is going on? The AWP is just blessed right now on that Blink side of things. Jeez. Unbelievable, you know. The flicks and shots that have been hit. We have this one earlier on in the round. But, yeah, I mean, that's a great wide peak, right? Again, you've kind of got to be winning that, you would argue. I don't quite know what's happened, unfortunately, but Too High winning it out. Beautiful stuff.
I have no words, man. That was a 3k from Hooksy into a 1-on-3, and he's only gone on 1. It Too High and Synopsy shall fall in this round. The Flames getting a bit angry after the previous couple that they've just lost out on. Roy going aggressive towards Cave. He now has that plat control that he can use and utilize across the board. A 3-on-5. Now listen, in any normal game, Scriv, we'd be saying this round's, you know, pretty hard to lose. But if there's anything I've learned watching this matchup so far, anything is darn possible. And Galito, he will find one. A second with the AK. 3-on-2. I mean, a lot better than the 5-on-3 just a few seconds ago. GXX has still got that AWP and he's still got a chance. Rattles the shot off, won't find the mark. Instead, using a molly to force Zyphon into isolation. And well, there you go, the 8k for a third. All of a sudden, a 2-on-2.
What is happening in some of these rounds, man? Honestly. Yabi with a quick flank here could be pretty massive. Off angle, of course, for Hooksy over in the catacombs, ready to go. Moves out pretty quickly. They are playing things patiently. I mean, it kind of just depends. Yabi, seeing that there's no one out, sees the smoke. Here's the smoke, of course, and going to be able to deny this one away. Yep, perfect timing, perfect spot to be in. Flashes over the top. GXX, dead to rights. Yabi with a flank of his own this time. Able to pull up a second. And like I said, I think they needed a 9. 8 is the next best thing, I suppose. So that's what Copenhagen Flames are going to be aiming for here. But certainly, Blink really putting up numbers on this T side.
Mate, honestly, it's not too often I want to be the spectator and not the caster. But I actually, watching this game, I don't know if it hurts my head or if I'm learning, you know? Like, there's so many clutches won. There's so many, like, unthinkable rounds that go in the way of the team that shouldn't be winning them. In this round especially, with Galito opening up. The AK pass down the chain. It's a 3-on-2. Blinker on a force by Copenhagen Flames had a full investment. Yet we still find ourselves in a 3-on-2. Now a 3-on-1 because Synopsy's charged in with a map 10. And just like that, Zyphon's on the other side of the map to save. Blinker going to take the half 8-7. I don't get it. I really don't get this game, Scriv. Because just when you think Blink are going to zig, they hit you with a massive zag, and just like that, they're going to win the half.
I think the thing is, sorry to interrupt you, no, I just feel like Ancient has become the craziest map that we've seen. If he gets this one, okay. If he gets this one, I'd focus back in, but it's not going to be the case. Yeah, Ancient just, it really, because it moves so fast, it's so close, it's so quick to the engagements, it really just speaks to, you know, these absolutely wild engagements and it's just mental, mate. Like, Ancient is just absolutely mental, to say the least. I think that, you know, there's an awful lot of excitement that can happen, rounds like this and whatnot, but yeah, it's a wild map. It's a lot of fun, though, of course, and we'll have to see whether it picks up in the second half.
Quite as anticipated. 5-on-4 scenario. Nice for the Flames to get started on this T side.
I think immediately we are seeing that Blink are going to have to be very careful and rein it in, right? Like, Copenhagen Flames are much more happy to wait for you to make aggression and make mistakes. They're playing things way slower than Blink ever were on their T side, right? And so far they've found 2 players, one off guard, one with some, you know, not very good aggression, right? So they've really got to be careful here on the Blink side to not let this get out of control. For the rest of the half, I think the pistol's looking like it's won. We'll see. Too high, that was kind of the important frag. Just going to be Galito. He's got a kit, but they've seen him, they've heard him, they're out of there. They've got, you know, the deep CT control. They've got manpower to leave someone behind on the front side as well. So very open plan. You know, this is absolutely perfect. And I would argue unlosable at this point in time. And that is indeed going to be the case. Nico Odos will not make me eat my words. It will be the pistol going the way of Copenhagen Flames. And yeah, very quickly, you can see Blink still feeling like they're on the T side, you know, with some solo pushes and things like that. So maybe watch out for that throughout these next few rounds.
Well, great pistol, but of course, if we want to see any funky antics, it will be in this second round, sort of the force by not exactly being brought forward by Blink, but listen, man, USPs, there might as well be M4s at this point in this game. There you go, have some of that. Zyphon's gone. No way does the USP find anymore. No, just an easy mop up here. Nikodos and Yavi majoritively, a triple for him. And I think just about does it for the 17th round. It is in favour of Copenhagen Flames. So since the bonkers start, it's the first time they've taken the lead in this matchup. Crazy turn of events, but they have regained that control. A buy for Blink in this round, though, I think speaks volumes as to how this half is going to go. Are we going to see Blink turn up on the CT side? Is this something they're capable of doing, Striv? Or is it going to be one of those situations where Copenhagen Flames gains that momentum and drowns them out the water?
Yeah. These are the million-dollar questions, you know? So, let's see. Quick mid-aggression. Copenhagen Flames getting caught in it. Synopsy, easiest double of his life. Above the smoke, able to find 2. Now, they're on somewhat of a bonus here on that Copenhagen Flames side of things, sure. But yeah, the mid-aggression just not working out. Completely red, and Blink now in prime position to be taking this rifle.
Lito. Oh, that's got to be a must-win. Roy's picked it up. GXX will trade at least, so not all bad. Just a bit interesting now. It's so up in the air still. If there's anything to learn, these AKs can't tear heads off. And Nikodos illustrating very, very nicely his raw capabilities, even with the rifle. Without the big green, the guy stand can still deliver the big numbers. Flash dropped in, Cali caught blind, too high. Left in a bit of isolation. He's on A. Has to use his smoke. Nikodos now leveling things out. This was a 2-on-4. Now a 2-on-2. Make that a 2-on-1. It's GXX against them both. How has this round turned around once more, Scriv?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit as this one goes on, you know? But we'll see. 1v2 GXX. If there's anyone that can do it, right? I think it is this guy for Blink. 22-9 right now. Bit of a voice crack in there, sound.
Listen, man, it's for emphasis. That's what you got to do, you know? Like, when Anders screams and he voice cracks.
True.
No one picks up on the voice crack. They're just picking up on the hype, mate. So,
okay,
next time, you just got to play it
hype.
off. Exactly.
Yeah,
how cool is this guy, you know? 22-10, as you said. On the flip side of things, 18-13. Roy's putting up some decent numbers. Nikodos arriving on the server, currently going 14-10. So, there are some big boys in the server, don't get me wrong. But of course, you know, a minimum of 6 more rounds of Counter-Strike to be played. I wouldn't be surprised if you join the server and start going 50-1, you know, Scriven? It's like, anything's doable at this point.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Look, I'm going to be making a hot appearance in a Boo video, I think.
All right.
So, yeah, we played some games, and, yeah. A little bit out of my league. You know, I know you're quite the gamer on this game. I'm like LE, and that's sort of genuinely where I am, you know? It's not who... I just don't play MM or whatever. So, you know, got a little bit slapped on one of the maps, but we did okay on the others. We didn't win any games, of course. But, you know,
Listen,
they
mate,
were
it's the
playing
taking
on the
part.
North
It's the
American
taking
ping.
part.
I don't know what was going on. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Either way, not fun here for Blink right now. Nice segue.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
yeah, just on the Deegs, kind of going how you would expect. I'm sure they'd like a little bit of a return on the investment, though. You know, one, maybe 2 kills here. To just take some money off of that T side would be very nice indeed. There's 2 high.
Ka-ching.
It is only the Mac 10 that he's managed to find, though. And, you know, we've got the deep information here. Roy has pushed in towards B. Bomb should be going down momentarily, and that should be all she wrote, because I don't think Kaylee has got any idea. Down he goes. 2 high, the only one left.
Yeah, it's a freebie of a round expected, as we said, right? The damage is obviously something Blink were looking for, but they're not exactly going to be looking for round success. Did take the Mac 10 away from them, but of course the only SNG of this round isn't exactly going to put much of a dent in Zyphon's economy, especially since they know there's going to be the AWP, there's the full buy coming in for Blink. It was probably the right time to make the upgrade anyway. So yeah, 2 high. Nice shot, but at the end of it all, it is still, of course, the AK upgrade as we anticipate heading into round 20. A big boy investment for both teams. For Blink, a chance to show what they're made of, and Copenhagen Flames to see if the metal can continue. And well, Synopsy to kick things off. Fast-paced aggression towards middle. Easy 5-on-4, and sort of leaving Yabby out to dry there. No trades, no flashes. It just felt Copenhagen Flames destined to go into that 4-on-5.
Maybe slightly part of the plan to get an overcommittal from the Blink side of things. I don't know. The mid play at the moment is just not really working for Copenhagen Flames. We are indeed, like I say, seeing a bit of a contact move. Yep, the A-bomb site somewhat vulnerable. You see the mid aggression. It draws the Cube player in particular quite deep towards middle, right? And I think that's kind of what they were after. Bomb plant not as open as they would like, though. Try for it again. Able to get it this time around. So 4-on-3, you know, if it doesn't work the first time, it might work the second time. Who knows? They do get the bomb down. 3 players in on the retake. Smoke dissipates at the perfect time, and the double AWP as well. Both going to chime in unison. So I don't know what's happened here, but all of a sudden it's just Hooksy. And Blink have absolutely demolished that retake. Jeez Louise. I mean, yeah, getting up to 9 rounds like it's nothing. That was very, very quick and unexpected.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I'm a little bit shocked in general as to how Copenhagen Flames conducted themselves towards middle, sort of sending Yabby in for the slaughter anyway. And as you said, right, Synopsy's kill was good, but the fact that the double AWP can just pick up 2 like, immediately afterwards is a bit baffling to me. You know, it's like surely Copenhagen Flames would have read into that sniper buy investment. Maybe not them both, but leaving everyone in isolation so much and such little utility being burnt to flush the AWP out. In this case, both AWPs out. It's a little bit crazy to me, but hey-ho. We are into round 21. Reinvestment made by the Flames. Their economy still pretty good to stand on. For Blink, similar situation to the previous, right? Should they lose this one, Copenhagen Flames, obviously they'll take 12 rounds, but off the back of it, it will have to be another eco for Blink. It will be more setbacks and more rounds that they're going to have to win, and the pressure starts to get applied a bit more here. So Flames actually in a really good position to take this map, but they've got to make sure that one of the next 2 buys that they make has to go their way.
Galito. Nice flash, but they're a bit early, and he's able to find the frag, comes out, realizes it in the fire, and he will indeed get himself out of there. So a nice opening pick here for the CT side. Seems like Copenhagen Flames are still going to be committing towards the B side of things. Could be a bit of a risk. Nade with the minimal damage onto Nico Odos, but added on top of what's already been done, right? He's left on half HP. Smoke dissipates. Siphon trying to find a cheeky one. No one holding an open angle, unfortunately. Will manage to find the player out in Cubby, but he's traded through the smoke. Really well done from Synopsy, and he repositions perfectly. That spray transfer is magnificent. All onto Nico Odos. He's in for 1, but instantly traded. Blink will get 10. They bring it within 1. Looking very good while doing so as well.
Crazy. Real crazy spray transfer. And Again, it just felt like Synopsy here. That kill through the smoke was good, but the fact that he can get away with something like that. That was literally the first bullet on the transfer script that caught him out. That's crisp. And Nikodos in a 1-on-3. Nice, snappy accuracy for the first, but beyond that, there is no chance. And for Blink, only being one behind now, I feel like, you know, it was up in the air a few rounds ago, but this seriously is the round that they've got to capitalize upon. And, well, that is quick. Straight out on site. Bomb set down in literally the first 15 seconds of this round. Like, so quick to the side.
Flash is being spammed galore here as well. It's a bit hard, right? They're locked completely out. Everybody coming in from the back lane here. It's not really all that doable. Synopsy going to get a smoke down on towards the ramp area. The cave smoke, not that great. Oh, and through it, Roy's able to find one. He's playing around it as well, looking to be a bit cheeky, and he might just be able to catch a player off guard. Of course, he's got the support behind him. It's just, you know, a battle of the post plants, really, and Copenhagen Flames, theirs is amazing. They've even got players up on the flank here, just in case. GXX does get two, and two more go down to the bomb, so we get the damage in there on the Blink side of things. But Copenhagen Flames back on the board, retaining their lead, and yeah, showing them how it's done as well, right? Like you say, just kind of charging in, complete disrespect, and then Blink not ready. I don't think you go for that retake, right? It's just not doable, to be honest, but they give it their best shot, and well, it goes completely south.
Does feel a little bit up in the air, but again, as I said, you know, not too long ago, Scriv, the money for Blink here was terrible, and any damage in the previous few is good, but to win a round, I mean, excluding what we see to the Copenhagen Flames name, right? Blink, should they lose this round, it all caves in, it all crumbles down. And, well, this is a big one to be winning. Siphon, wow, what a shot. Boost up, we'll find it. Quick trade, Synopsy here to hold things down. The Guardian Angel of the A-bomb site, he's looking to get back in. I mean, so far so good, hindering that push and stopping them from sending it right out. Instead, the bomb has other plans, making its way towards T-spawn. A little bit of ramp presence shown by the Deagle of Galito. In the meantime, Synopsy, this is a big chunk of info given away, but Galito, just as quick as they gain it towards A, they lose it towards B as he fights too. The spam is so good from Roy, and a smoke towards short spells disaster for Blink as they cannot afford to lose these weapons. I think this is it. It's going to have to be chalked up to a save.
Yeah, they're having these moments, you know, where they're able to kind of battle back in, but ultimately looking very shaky. And it's somewhat disappointing, really, that they can't keep it together on the Blink side of things, you know, when the pressure is on, when there's maybe a big moment, we need a big step up, or just keep you cool, whatever it may be. They kind of crumble and allow a multi-kill or a key flank or whatever it may be, you know. And they are indeed relying for these big rounds. They're just relying on a GXX. We saw Synopsy a couple rounds ago, you know. So it's very, very hard to replicate that kind of play. And I think that they are starting to feel the burn a little bit, albeit on the CT side, you know. It does feel a bit strange to see it happening here, but yeah. It's rough, man. It's very rough, and we have to point a few fingers. Galito, 11 kills. Kaylee on 6, right? And 20 deaths. That's pretty much every single round that you've died in this game so far. So really not going well for that guy.
Does feel just a bit like Blink. 2 out of this one now. There's still a chance, but the fate definitely in favour of Copenhagen Flames to be picking up this first map. And being Blink's map pick as well, it does spell disaster to this series. Yabi finds one, GXX will trade, but Nikodos and Xiphon more than happy to pick up the pieces of the very confusing Blink puzzle. Yabi getting some info towards middle, tapping away. The scout does do similar damage to that of the AK spam, but at the end of it all, the kill does not go his way, and in turn, it's still that 4-on-2, retaining these advantages. Script, I think this is about it. Copenhagen Flames will lock in their 14th, and off the back of that as well, Blink's money not going to be looking too great for them. And it might just be the end of Ancient here, as Copenhagen Flames, slow start, but it is looking slightly better.
One more buy. That's what Blink have got to kind of hold it together. Obviously, it's not over until it's over. That's the beauty of Counter-Strike with the deagles and all that kind of stuff. There's always a chance for you to recover a round back. But at the end of the day, they've got one more buy. They need to find success here. I don't think Overpass is going to be kind to them. Inferno will be a challenge if we get there. But obviously, that whole road starts here with Ancient. You want to be looking down the barrel of the 2-0. You want to be making things a bit competitive yourself. So we'll see here. GXX on the AWP once again. Plenty of utility, you know, for a couple of the players. So it is certainly a workable buy. Synopsy going for something a bit cheeky. He's able to get a kill as well. He's out of there. And he is. He's out of there cleanly. So really great opener coming in for Blink. Exactly what they needed to kick off round number 25.
Oh my god, Roy. Oh, Roy. Oh my good god. The flank. They let their guard down towards Cave. Galito not paying attention to the double door either. And that is that. Good night, Blink. As you said, they had one more buy, but I don't think they were expecting the big Danish train to just come and plow them down. That is that. 2-on-4. Synopsy gone. Too high, last man standing. 15-10 here. And it's probably going to be a 16th off the back of it. I said Copenhagen Flames might stun us with their T side. And I think, Scriv, it's safe to say they have delivered, admittedly, against quite an interesting Blink side upon the changes, upon the problems that they've been having personally. But hey, man, what a round of Counter-Strike that was. And again, big plus to Roy, who has just mowed them down completely.
It's actually crazy, right? So, Roy gets in behind here, okay? Synopsy's cool push, yeah, through the smoke. Those players sat in the smoke, right? And instead of reacting and going, oh, damn, I got to try and trade him. Let me spam through the smoke and try and get him or whatever, right? Roy says, no, okay, it's cool. This was my plan to begin with. I'm going to stick to it, and it pays off. And then you also have the fact that, yes, Synopsy has pushed through or whatever, but he dropped to connector. Maybe didn't quite communicate that as cleanly. You could see the players there had no idea that Cave could be vulnerable at all. Maybe, yes, not that fast. Roy was in pretty fast, but all the same, they weren't paying that much attention to the area at all. So, yeah, some of those communication issues and whatnot, some of those preference issues, etc., that you're going to have with other teammates, older teammates, and some of these players as well, still getting comfortable with this kind of environment of play. It does come up there, combined with the fact that Roy's patience pays off. Nice little flash on towards ramp. Doesn't quite work out. And Nico Odos is about to get a catch of his own. Good for one. Not going to be traded out. He also will make it out off the back of the opener here. So looking good to hit that 16.
Let's see if they can put up any more of a fire here, Scriven. A 5-on-4. HP bars for Nikodos and Roy are both low, but being on this T side, I feel like their days are numbered here. The Blink side. Spam coming out. Yabby, yes, he'll pick up a frag. Too high. Yeah, nice kill. Can he find another? Callie's found one in the meantime. Yabby's traded out, though. Still a 2-on-3. 2-on-2. Synopsy doubles up, and all of a sudden, it's down to him against Nikodos. One more in it. Bomb drop. 20 seconds to go. He's got low HP.
Oh my making God. Noise. Synopsy, this is your round. Yep, gonna get it done. Okay, cool. So, they get one in the bag. They're surviving a little while longer. Now, they made a money on the side of Copenhagen Flames, but they will be able to buy into this round. They've also got timeouts left. I think if they maybe lose this round, I'd take a timeout, but there's space here for Copenhagen Flames to work with. Blink, it comes very close, right? And there's a bit of luck involved as well, so they're going to have to work with that. They're going to have to capitalize on that fact. We've got an aggressive mid-push coming in. It looks like Copenhagen Flames, so they have ideas of their own. Bit of an A fake and then a B push at the end of the round. Not quite sure at the moment. But they lose their first guy, so that's certainly going to put a spanner in the works.
Oh, there you go. Zyphon cashes in his kill onto Too High. Big kill from him. In the meantime, Cave control looking to be established. Roy holding it down. Callie on the flip side. It's all about the timing here. It just feels like, at this point in time, Blink are hoping for someone to tamper with the result. You know, an external god to give them a chance, because once again their economy on such a fine line. The downgrades already come in. There's FAMASs across the board. Roy, Olsen, obviously. Oh no! Oh no! He went for the knife. He went for the BM. If this game couldn't get any worse, if it couldn't tamper with my emotions much more, there was a knife denied, and now it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I think I probably won't be allowed to say what I want to say on broadcast. So
Do you want me to bleep it for you?
No. I got one of my own. But either way, Galito gonna find the frag. GXX taken out on the backside here. The bomb is down. Galito is trying to work his way around, get the positional advantage. Could be on the money. Oh, Xiphon, that's a bit awkward. Takes a fair amount of damage to his own Molotov. Only 10 seconds left. I think this is the round. I don't know that Xiphon can get out of here safely. He has no idea where he is. He's even planting open just to make it easy for Galito. So, yeah, that'll be the round taken out by Blink. Again, comes very, very close down to the 1v1, but knife attempts, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying anything but a little ridiculous when 16 is definitely on the cards, you know, so particularly if you get that kill. So yeah,
so big boy time, of course, for Blink, who actually, I mean, to be fair to them, don't have a terrible chance now. You know, resetting that CT side economy feels like could be a bit of an interesting one. Smoke coming out. Galito, he'll find Roy. For the Flames, they are still, you know, 3 rounds away from being sent to OT, but I don't know at this point in time. I really don't know, like, what's going on. There was a missed knife, down to a 1-on-1, big damage done to the Blink economy, yet somehow they survive. And in this round, Flames are on an eco. It's a nice nade. Synopsy tapping away. Nikodos will pick up the kill. A 4-on-2. Xiphon and Nikodos. No funny antics here, please. Could we just move forward and have at least one normal round of CS today?
Don't know, mate. Not sure about that. I think we might have to wait until the next map at the very least for normal rounds.
Yes, true. This is true.
Surely you can't be crazy on Overpass, right? Overpass is one of our more structured
Don't know,
maps
mate.
in the pool.
I'll beg to differ. I reckon we see 5-man con rushes, you know, all the wacky stuff coming out. Wouldn't surprise me, but I still can't believe, man. A couple of rounds ago, Synopsy going for a knife on the Orpa, and Yabby turns. He's like, "Dude, watch behind you, man." You know, it's like there's some dude behind you trying to put a knife in your back and check out your spine.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Copenhagen Flames back on the bike. Ooh, Synopsy! What? Oh my goodness, almost not getting spotted. That was nearly massive. He was at the back. Xiphon going quick. The MP9 up close is deadly, but the trade is there. 4-on-3 straight out of the gate. Minute and 30 remaining. They've got mid on lock. Yabby is in a pretty tough spot to beat. Maybe even one that gets overlooked. I think Galito, oh, he has a bit of an idea, but he's going to go straight past it. Easy frag. He knows the Orpa is here, peeks into him, but GXX can't make it away, gets stuck on the door. That is certainly not the way that you want things to go. 1 versus 3, too high, can't get it done. Nico Odos will finally get us out of here on Ancient, the 16-13 finish. A great second half from Copenhagen Flames. Those final few rounds were a bit sloppy. They ran out of the money and stuff like that as well, certainly making it tough. But in the end,